episode of Insight.
Yep. Today is episode 10.
Yay!
Wow. Just 2 more core values left.
2? I thought we only had 1 more.
Oh, 1 more after this.
Oh my god, you scared me so much. I was like, please.
1 after this one. So today's topic is all about views. If you can't challenge your views, they're not worth holding on to.
Yep. This one has a bit of a weird origin. I don't know how many of you have seen the Netflix series. It's in German. It was recommended by this guy. It's called Dark. And we were watching it, and there's a quote in there that got us having like a whoa moment. The quote is, every decision for something is a decision against another. Mm-hmm. And that one, I guess, hit home. It felt weird. I think it got us really thinking about our beliefs and why we have them, and more of like a bigger picture thing where anything that you believe in, anything that you stand for, it's that weird feeling that you're treading on someone else's beliefs.
Someone will oppose it.
Someone's gonna, like, if you post it on the internet, someone's gonna get triggered. You're gonna trigger someone in the world.
Yeah.
And there's always gonna be someone out there with an opposing view to yours. But yeah, it got us thinking, and we got into a really weird discussion about like the beliefs you have, and like being able to understand that from the beginning that there will be people out there who will oppose it, but listening to them and not disregarding like their point of view, because the more you listen to it, the more, like, I guess you learn about like the plot holes in your beliefs. Like you might even learn something new. But being able to listen and understand other people's points of views, and if they like oppose yours,
that's where empathy comes in.
Yeah, like
listening and empathize where they're coming from, and then I guess you become more wiser because you have a bigger picture of understanding the whole context of the situation. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, apologies for the rain.
Has it started again?
It's been raining all week. Okay, back to what we were talking about. What happens when you're in an argument with someone who has opposing views and they're not willing to empathize?
Well, you have no choice.
You just run away.
You must empathize. No, I think that in cases like that, you'll find that you'll be arguing your point so much that it's like almost like butting heads. And you're not going to get anywhere. It's like literally like fighting fire with fire. Yeah. But if you're able to like jump on their train and understand like how why they're challenging yours, then I guess it gives you like a better understanding of yours, and maybe like you'll find the plot holes in yours. You might even be wrong. And I think that if you're not willing to have yours challenged, like they're not worth holding on to, because you're not really fighting for anything at that point. Right?
Yep.
Cool. That's fun. That's my part over.
Okay.
I guess it comes over. How does this relate to branding?
So when it comes to branding, usually when we ask clients the very simple questions of who you are, what you want to be, it's usually a very difficult question. Sometimes, I don't know, business owners might not put too much thought into it. And when we're trying to get answers, it's usually a dead end. And we try to use a different way of asking what they don't believe or what they're not. Sometimes it's just a process of elimination where clients will be like, oh, this is what we're not. And for us, we get a rough sense of direction of what they actually are.
Yeah, because I feel like people find it hard, even in like personally, to explain or articulate what they feel, or articulate things that they believe in. Because there's so many things that people aspire to be, I think, and people try and align themselves, and brands want to align themselves with all these different like personalities and traits. But you can't be everything, because if you're everything, then you're nothing. So, hard hitting. No, but if you're everything, then you're nothing. It doesn't make any sense. So I feel like people just grab at straws, and you find that when we ask people, what do they believe in? What does your brand stand for? It's like always the same things. Yeah. Like it's the same adjectives over and over and over again. But if you give them, if you're the one providing them with these adjectives, they're the ones who are going to be like, no. It's easier for them to say no. And it's the ones that they say no that are the ones that are the most helpful. because it just steers things off. It's just like a filter if you're online shopping.
Yeah. Rather than saying, I'm looking for these sizes, I'm not looking for these sizes.
Yeah, so you work your way in because people just don't really know. But yeah.
I guess so when people see what they like and it's like, yes, that's the one.
Yeah, and I think that's one thing we want. That's why it's so important for us to try and figure out what these brands stand for and what they don't. Because that way, this is the same with personal. I just bring everything back to personal. It's
but they are kind of intertwined.
Yeah, because you want to be as is the word irrevocable?
I don't know.
Dictionary. No, like irrevocably confident in the things that you believe in. Like you don't want to half-ass. Like that's the last thing. Like you don't want to like half-ass your beliefs or half-ass things that you stand for because. And I think that's what this whole like core value is. I feel like this one relates to. I feel this one more on a personal level, but I can definitely see where it comes in on the branding point. Yeah. What about creatives?
Creatives. Oh, it's a very touchy topic.
Does that mean it's my turn to talk again?
I'll let Kia take the lead and then we'll go through.
All I do is 5 shots. No, we talked about this one before. I'll only touch it briefly because I feel like I just keep triggering people, myself. No, design ego. In terms of no.
Back here again.
Yeah, because I feel like if you don't listen, this comes back to like last week's episode of not listening and not taking criticism. If you're so strong in like your beliefs, if you're just fishing for those compliments and you're just gonna disregard everyone who says otherwise, or like if someone's like never use Comic Sans, like that's just frustrates me when people say like never do this, you should never do this, these rules are here as a guide.
Yeah.
And it's when you're like pushing these rules that things get exciting and fun. But when there are people who aren't willing to even try new things or see things from a different perspective, I feel like you're like limiting yourself. And if you can't listen to other people, then what's the point in the stuff that you're making for? You're not making everything for you. I don't know, you're really triggered.
That's the point we wanted to get to.
I just get really triggered. But yeah.
And that leads to a whole nother debate of art and design.
I'm really excited for that one.
Are we actually talking about that?
Yeah, we'll talk about that one day. But yeah, I think this one really covers it. There really isn't too much for this one.
Yeah. Not too much of the creative stuff. It's mostly
personal and branding stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to keep this episode short because of the rain.
Yeah, it's really frustrating. But yeah, let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Hopefully by the time this comes out, another day has come out because I have filmed it finally.
Self-filmed and self-directed.
Yeah. Keith hasn't seen it. He also isn't going to be editing it. I'm going to have a go at it. It's going to be a really interesting journey.
Yeah. I've only seen parts of it. The parts that I know I've been on camera. And there haven't been too many parts of me speaking at all.
Yeah, I just forgot. Yeah. But yeah, hopefully that's out. And then we've got one more. We have one more value to go.
It's a very big one.
Which one is it?
The community one. The one key might get
triggered again.
Even more triggered.
I just keep getting... I feel like these insights are just painting me to be like a really...
Yeah.
I'm just gunning.
Everyone.
I'm just pewing everyone down. But yeah, that's everything for this episode. It's starting to rain again, so I hope everyone has a good week. Hopefully the sun is out.
Yep.
Alright. We'll see you guys in another insight. Bye-bye. Bye.